Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Where Did I Put My Glasses? I am your host, Carmen, and I am here with a wonderful friend of mine, Brittany, who is a part of my California family. Say hello to the people, Britt, and tell them a little bit about yourself and where to find you.
Hi. So I am Brittany Wise. I am a realtor slash spiritual person with a wild heart. Um,
And loving heart.
yeah, thanks. I am born and raised in Santa Maria, and I have stayed here all my life. But I wish that I was able to travel, which that's my ultimate goal, is to travel and meet so many people. So that's a little bit about me.
Yes, and tell them where to find you because she is a realtor. If you're looking for a realtor on the Central Coast, she's the go-to. So tell them where to find you.
Yeah, so I focus on the Central Coast area. You can find me on Instagram. It's realtor.brittney.wise, and it's the Brittany Wise, Wise. Because don't get confused with Britney Spears. We have different spelling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Britney Spears spells it Ney, right?
Britney. Yes.
Oh, there's an A in there, and I follow her, and I don't even know that. Huh.
Britney. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Like Brittany. I think how you actually pronounce my name is Brittany, but I just don't have people say it like that.
Brittany is cute, like
Well, you can start
Brittany.
calling me Brittany any day.
I'm like, hey, I don't know. I like Hello Boo, guys. For all of my friends, I don't know forever. I've always just said Hola Boo. I don't even know how to say like hello to anyone who's not my friend in any other way. I don't think I say it any other way, right?
I
It's
like
always,
it.
yeah, either that or Ola, my love. I can't say it any other way.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, or you can message Carmen. I am more than happy to give my number. And also, if you're not from California,
Mm-hmm.
I am with Tom Brown Real Estate, and we have a whole crew of people internationally. So there's people that we have in any state possible and even out of the country. So like I am your one-stop shop. You want to buy in California, you want to buy in New York, Chicago, out of this country, I have someone that can assist you. So there's that too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Because she has just recently made a transition to a bigger step in her life. And so this is a transition.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I never asked her. That's so awesome. Great for you.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I first joined the company, I wasn't aware of that either. I just wanted to ultimately work full time with a company that really focuses on, like that is family oriented,
Mm-hmm.
that focuses on teamwork, building each other up, that really is just that solid foundation.
Exactly.
And when I was learning more about the company and memorizing the presentation that they have to offer, they introduced the international agent thing, and I had no idea. So that is definitely a plus.
Oh, so I know when I finally, because my dream home, guys, I want to live in like Norway or somewhere like far away in my little home on the water.
I love
And
it.
guys, that's my dream. And I know, and I say it all the time. I speak into everything I want to do. I speak into existence. So I know who will be helping me purchase my home.
Yes.
Yay!
Manifest that. That is going to happen.
Yes, it will. It will happen.
I agree. I agree. We can help you out with that.
Ooh, hey. So, guys, if you have your dream home and you don't know where to go, or you want to go international or anywhere out of California, hit her up.
Or even as an investment property,
Hmm.
we really focus on that person's needs. And if you have a primary residence but you want to purchase another property to use as an investment. So have like renters, because rent is always increasing, which is going to build your wallet, right?
Yes.
So you can always do that too. Primary residence, investment property. If it's a property that's going down, the foundation is falling apart, we'll assist with that too. Any kind of need that you are wanting, we can definitely assist you.
Well, that's good to know because I do have a question, especially like with renters buying an investment property, because I like to rent because I move around a lot. I'm a travel therapist, and this is why I get to meet all my wonderful friends around the United States, and I have some friends in different parts of the world, which I'm fortunate to have met and to create these family bonds with. Um, because I travel, I find renting a little easier. But if I wanted to buy an investment property, I didn't even, is that even possible? Like to just
Yes.
renter and have just only investment properties?
Yes, I do. It would have to take you going to a lender, obviously. So the lender is going to verify your employment, your income, basically your debt to income ratio. They're going to be able to tell you what you can afford, which that is, keep in mind, the first step of even looking for a property, whether it's your primary residence or a residence that you want to or a property that you want to have as an investment. You have to know how much you can afford. So that's the number one step. But I will tell you that renting has its disadvantages. You don't have access to tax benefits, where all the interest you pay towards your mortgage, you're going to be able to deduct that from your taxes. And as I mentioned, rent increases over time. So, you're going to be paying somebody else's mortgage. You're going to be wasting your money. You're going to be paying somebody else their mortgage, and you're going to be paying it off for them. So you're going to be wasting money that way. And so just think, like, let's say, for example, you were paying $1,800 a month, which I know you're probably not paying. $1,800 is probably way more expensive.
Girl, I'm in the Bay. I wish.
I know,
I
right?
wish if I told people how much I paid, Lord, I wish.
Right? But let's say, for example purposes, you're paying $1,800 a month, okay? So you're paying that for 30 years because you're comfortable with renting. Everyone's comfortable with they're comfortable with. It's a natural feeling.
With me, it's different. I have to rent because I never know where I'm going to live.
Exactly. But just saying, if you paid that $1,800, let's say you had to stay where you're at. You're in the Bay paying $1,800. It's probably like a shack. But let's say, for example, you're paying $1,800 a month for 30 years. You're paying somebody else $648,000 on something you'll never own. All that money. Yeah. And when you own, your mortgage payment, your mortgage amount is going to stay the same. And keep in mind, you can always refinance to make your mortgage lower. And you're going to have those tax benefits that allows you to write off your interest at the end of the year. So I think people just don't realize, because they're not really breaking it down, how much money they're actually saving. And then also, when you're paying your mortgage, over time, your house is going to appreciate by 3%. So in simple terms, appreciation is almost like a forced savings. Right? So over time, your home is going to appreciate 3%, and you're going to build this appreciation, which if you choose to sell or refinance, you're almost going to be able to get a lot of that money back.
Okay.
Which I think people don't realize.
No, they don't. And I've known that because most of my friends own, because everyone is, what is that? I want to say, for the most part, I'm mobile, so I have to move around, and most everybody's stationary, right? So most of my friends and you guys are stationary. You own. Mostly everyone I know owns. I don't think I know anyone who doesn't own their place. I don't know anybody. Oh, just Leah and I. But that's because Leah just Leah was a homeowner. She just moved. So pretty much, yeah, everyone else I know is
A
owned.
renter.
So I've known that over time, but this is what I want, because there may be people in my audience who may not know the difference. So we are going to educate you guys today on when and when not to buy. But before we get into that, we need to tell them how we met.
I think that's a great idea. Because, like, who is this girl on your podcast, right?
And you said she's part of your California family. How?
Yes. So I don't know if you want to tell them or I want to tell them. I think
we could tell them together.
Okay, you
so
go first.
Just like Leah, so you guys know Leah is the 911 supervisor, and who we share those funny ass stories of. Which is my favorite illusion. So, Brittany was the one we discussed on the episode where we did the Galentine's Day together, and oh my gosh, we ate all of that meat.
So much meat.
It was so much meat. I know that sounds a little naughty. It does. It sounds really naughty. Ooh, it was so much meat.
I'm here for it.
So we had tons of meat, lots of wine. Oh, and we also had some really great old fashions. Those old fashions were really nice. So we had a wonderful time, and we went bar hopping. We went to what was the name of that place? Sandbar. We went to
Sandbar. Wildcats. And
Wildcats we got kicked out of. We sure did, and I told you guys that story because that man came by and pushed us. we got kicked out. And then after that, I think we just all not all, for the most part, all of us clicked. And as I told you guys before, that one girl who's no longer a part of, who actually connected us, that's the crazy part.
Exactly.
He connected us, and she just removed herself for her own personal reasons. Those are her reasons. She had to work on herself, and good for her. But she's no longer around us, and we just created our own little group and became a family. But out of that group, who I became close friends with through this time was Brittany and Leah. And so you guys know that Leah and Brittany, Leah's a close friend of mine. And sometimes it doesn't even feel like, we were saying in the episode, like we've known each other for this short period of time, almost two years. It doesn't feel like that.
I will say that when Leah told me who was going, I was like totally cool with it. I'm totally open to meet new people. However, I knew that after that night, she would be like, okay, we're cool with these people. She would tell me exactly who we're cool with. So continuing on with that, she, this unnamed person was no longer a person that we hung out with. And I was like, okay, she has her reasons. I'm not going to question her. We're moving on. And then she said, I'm hanging out with Carmen. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, so you really get along with Carmen? Like, you guys totally click. She's like, yeah, she's totally amazing. I love her. And I'm like, okay, then I can hang with her, because I know with Leah that,
Leah doesn't like a lot of people, guys. Not big on like people.
in nice terms, I knew that if Leah liked her, then she was good people. Like, she is able to see through the bullshit, and which is nice for me, because I don't always see through the bullshit, and I have learned my lessons. But let's just say that's how you and I have become where we are at.
Exactly. And guys, Brittany and Leah are best friends.
Yes.
They're BFFs. So I get to be a part of that crew because Leah and I have become really close. And Brittany and I are more like that's my spiritual sister. So she sees me on the spiritual lens. Leah's like even though she says she's not a mothering type, she said that and I'm sitting there like, she's mothering you all the time. She's loving you all up. And I had to desensitize her to hugs, guys, because Leah hates hugs, and I'm a hugger. I'm like, hey, hug me. So now she hugs without any hesitation.
I think she doesn't realize she's very nurturing, but she really is. I just think maybe she doesn't want to be for some reason. I don't know. But she says that she's not the person that like takes care of you when you're drunk, and it's like, you are. You have been.
Really are.
But I don't think that's always her intention.
No, she takes care of you for anything. If you need anything,
Yeah.
she's there. So I think she probably was that way because she had shitty people maybe before and couldn't be that way.
I agree, yeah. And that's why I'm so happy that you are in the picture, and you know, the friends that she has and the family that she has, because I mean, I would never be that person to be like, you can't have other friends. Like, I know that you guys have a solid, good, genuine friendship, and what you guys offer each other just makes me so happy, because she needs people like that in her life. And it's okay if there's more than one, you know, like it's actually better that way.
No, so my best friend, guys, as I told you guys before, was murdered in April by her shitty ass husband, who killed himself. He's a fucking terrible person.
Horrible person.
And I'm not even religious, but I hope he's in purgatory and like constant turmoil. But
I agree.
Let me tell you, she will beg to differ. So she hated me having friends, and because I live so far, I don't know if you remember, she used to FaceTime me all the time, and which I'm okay with. FaceTime me all you want. We can sit on the phone. I didn't care. We'll sit on the FaceTime as long as you want. I don't give a fuck. But she would tell me like, I don't want, and her reasoning was, and for the same reason like you, we are lovers. So we like to help people. We like to be there for people. Her and I both are very spiritual in the way that we meditate. We are working on self-awareness, working on ourselves constantly. We are work in progress. So we want to heal others. And I find that with you too. You like to heal, you like to help. And I am that way. And Masi used to always tell me, you can't heal everyone. You can't help everyone. And you have to stop making friends with these shitty ass people. And she would get upset. But she never got upset about you guys. Never, ever, ever, ever said anything smart about, I guess she knew. But she was an empath. I guess she felt it.
Yeah.
And she would talk, if I had friends with anyone, she'd be like, no, I don't like this person. You can't be friends with that person. And she would find ways to talk me out of keeping a friendship with that person. But with you guys, never.
Yeah.
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes best friends can be like, no,
but I think for good reason.
That's true.
Yeah, like I have nothing but love for you, so I would never be like, Leah, don't talk to Carmen, because I have no reason to. It's like I benefit, she benefits, you guys are super close, you guys, you know, I have no reason to do that. So
let's talk about what our funniest moments together. I don't know. So I have Leah send this to me all the time because I save it to my phone, and sometimes I don't know. Guys, so I love Queen. My family is a big Queen family. Well, not family, immediate family, meaning my brother and I. We're big Queen fans, and my niece is too. She knows we are the champions.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that when that song came on.
Yeah, that's Queen.
No, I know it's Queen. I just didn't know that was your, like, a favorite song.
Yes. So Bohemian Rhapsody, and that's why Leah wanted us to do it, because she knows that I love Queen, and you said you loved Queen, so we did Bohemian Rhapsody. We did the entire song, and we were drunk out of our mind. And we're in Vegas at the Cosmo, drinking, having the time of our lives, living our best lives.
Time of our lives.
And we did a full-blown rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody, going through all the emotions. We were bottled filled with emotions, just like that song. It's synchronized. We had our balloons. We had props. It was serious. Brittany backs up and falls into the suitcase, and true Beyonce fashion gets right up and right back on key.
I was like, I can't let Carmen down. I gotta get up and finish this show.
Yo, she was Beyonce in that moment. She got right back up.
Actually, no, I was Michelle.
Why Michelle? Well,
haven't you ever seen that one performance that Destiny's Child did when it was Michelle, you know, all of them? or Kelly and Beyonce when they did the performance, and Michelle left or fell because of her shoes, and then she got up really quick.
Oh no, I never saw that.
Yeah, I'll
So
send
you were
it to you.
Michelle.
I'll send it to you. But I was the Michelle in Destiny's Child. But I got back up and I did the performance. You were the Beyonce.
I'm blonde, guys, so I would
Mhm.
technically be Beyonce because I'm blonde. Well, Brittany's the natural blonde, but
I'm more of a dirty blonde. Let's
yeah,
just be real.
you're more of a dirty blonde. I'm
I got the
blonde by
bunch.
choice. The way my wigs and my hair is dyed makes me blonde. But that was one of like my favorite moments because we laughed so hard and we had and we did the entire song.
I watched that video so many times. You have no idea. It's actually pretty embarrassing how many times I've watched that video.
Same. I enjoy it more every time.
I actually don't even remember doing it, which is the sad part. And actually probably why I enjoy watching it.
So guys, you could only imagine how much fun we were having.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that Vegas trip was probably the best time of my life, like highlights of my life.
Yeah, we had so much fun. Even though I was yelling at someone who I cannot stand, and
we had some bad moments, but
yeah, and I was yelling. I said to her, I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm talking to you because she's your friend. And Brittany was like, I thought you were gonna. What you say? You thought you were mad? I thought you were mad at me, and then I said no.
It was so this is also why I feel like we're able to continue our friendship is because that whole time, so we had an issue, guys. It wasn't between us, it was between someone else. But regardless, she was frustrated. Carmen was very frustrated. She was speaking her truth and she was speaking it out in the world. And I was listening. I was there for it. I was hearing. Her voice might have been a little high.
No, it wasn't high. I was angry. It wasn't high. I was
very loud. Yeah. She was loud, but I'm just trying to be nice. But and it wasn't directed towards me, and I knew that. But she was speaking her truth, and I was there. I was listening, and I just wanted her to know that I see you, I hear you. And I did not take that personal whatsoever. At one point, I did feel that she would take that with her and be like, I'll never talk to this girl again because of that. But then I was like, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And then look at us now. It's meant to be.
Yeah. Because I can't get mad at you for someone else to be angry. I think I was talking more to Brittany because, like I said, she's more of my sources. She was the only one that understood where I was coming from. I think you were the only person who understood. Like other people just like, oh, fuck her. Or
I think I was also the only one that was awake at that time.
But Leah was on the balcony and Melissa was drunk in the corner.
Yes.
When Melissa gets drunk, she's in the corner, guys. That's just what she does.
But I think the whole atmosphere and the tone and the environment, it was very calming, even though you were very mad and you were expressing how you felt. I feel like it all came down to the atmosphere and that specific moment, and I was like, no, this is not directed towards me. She needs to let this out, and I need to let her allow this, or I need to let her let this happen. So later that day when you were like, I want you to know I'm not mad at you, and I was like, girl, you don't even have to say anything. Like it's like I knew. It's weird because I feel like you're a very direct person, and I feel that if you didn't genuinely like me after that moment, I would have known, and then I would have said. And I feel like you wouldn't even have said anything to me after that, too. I think it would just have been known. And so then when you did come up and say that, I was like, okay, no, she does genuinely like me. Like, we can continue our friendship.
So, guys, one thing about me and what I love how my mom raised me, if I don't like you, I don't like you. And there's nothing you can really do about it.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom used to always tell me, like, if you don't like someone, there's no reason to pretend you like them. There's no reason to pretend. Like, I've had people, like, in my hometown before, Britt, come up to me and be like, oh, Carmen, how are you? And I would look at them and be like, you know I don't like you. Why would you come up to me and say hi?
And it's funny because I felt that from you. Like, I felt that. I have felt like, okay, she wouldn't be coming up to me and telling me this if she didn't really mean it. Like, okay, I'm like, girl, we're good. Like, that was like 2 days ago. Like, I'm past it.
No, and we ended up having the time of our lives. We ended up enjoying our
the
trip
best
after
time.
the cancer, not cancer because I don't want to say cancer, but after the people who weren't at their best mentally for that trip left, we were able to just truly enjoy ourselves without anyone messing it up.
It just felt like we can be ourselves.
Yes, we were able to be ourselves. Exactly.
And
which next time we go, well, we've been without you, but the next time we go with you, it will be, without the drama, because it would just be us.
yeah, I agree. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, because last time we went to Vegas, when we tried the Gatsby secret menu, you weren't able to come with us. But it was just like chill. Even if we did our own thing, we were just chilling because it was just, we were able to be ourselves.
But I did watch every story.
Yes.
And I looked at every post. And by the way, guys, if you are looking to go to Vegas and find the secret spots, there's a place called the Barbershop where it's like a speakeasy, and then they have a secret menu at the Gatsby. Definitely hit up your girl Carmen.
Yes. The secret menu you'll love. Oh, we didn't get to do the barbershop one because at that time when we went, we had to do reservations, remember?
Gotcha. But I've done it before, and it's not that hard. You just call them, get the code, and it's like a underground bar. But Carmen will hook you up.
Yeah. So the next time we do a girls trip to Vegas, we have to make sure we call ahead of time, have that reservation.
I think we're going in May.
Oh yeah, we are going. I'm so crazy. We're going. We are going. We're going
yes.
for the time weekend.
We're going in May.
Guys, we have a whole trip set up, and I forgot already.
Yeah. It's a big concert. It's going to be fun.
Yes. We are going to have no voice after an entire weekend, and I'm here for it.
So I will say that I think the biggest thing that has drawn me towards you, that has continued to make me want to message you and reach out to you, because I mean, let's be real, like, life's too short to, continue friendships with people that we don't have any interest in. Exactly. I love your spirituality and your brain.
Yes.
So tell the people why you feel like I am able to, what's the word? Like,
how we connect spiritually.
Correct.
Like, we literally, so we both have this calm, chill, like, even though I can go 0 to 100, but we have this way, and so can you. But we have this way of connecting to our higher self and being able to put ourselves outside of our body and seeing the world for what it truly is. And I feel like we both have that connection where we want to see the good in people, we want to see the good in the world. And we are also finding ways to work on ourselves, to make sure we choose joy, to make sure that we are kind at all times, and that we find ways to constantly improve ourselves, not only mentally, but spiritually. Finding ways to just heighten our awareness, our self-awareness, and our awareness to things, not things that are monetarily things, like things that you can buy. We're talking about things like the earth, the sun, the moon, earth, plants, just being thankful and grateful for opening our eyes, being able to see the world through that lens is different.
And manifesting. So recently I've seen like a life coach, and she is the ultimate person that has assisted me on going from what I was like a 9 to 4 job. I was doing property management and real estate, and then she gave me the confidence and pushed me to become this independent real estate agent that I am. It is a hard transition. I'm not going to say it's easy, because everyone's a work in progress, and everyone
Oh.
is growing and on this crazy journey, but she has ultimately helped me to be where I am today.
And where you are today is a beautiful place. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it in her voice, even the way she speaks, the way she talks to you and talks with you, you can feel it. And that's what I enjoy. Like, there's times where I can be stressed in the house, especially when it comes to my studying, because I'm studying for my core competencies exams. And she'll just send me something, or how are you, or send me a card or a quote. And it's like she felt it, like I needed it.
And it's funny because I didn't realize that, but it's like I come across these, but that's why I feel like everything happens for a reason. The people we meet in our lives at the time that we meet them, they're meant to be in our lives for some reason. Like, I never would really post like spiritual positive things because some people may find them annoying. And then I was like, you know what? It's
That's none of
fine.
their business. They can
Yeah.
unfollow.
Because this is who I am. Like, I'm here to like inspire and motivate, and I'm not I have my bad days, don't get me wrong. Like, I have my days where I am not motivated to work out, I'm not motivated to be happy, because mental awareness is a thing, depression is a thing. You know, if you ever feel like you are hurting inside and there's nothing that is helping you get to that good level in your life, like, you can reach out to me or Carmen or anybody. Like, we are here with no judgment. I will say that just because I want to bring out the mental awareness thing, because it is a real thing and I believe in it. And I'm not trying to be like positivity and like think positive thoughts. It's like, no, if you're feeling something and you can't get out of it, it's a real thing. But I will say that
we will actually answer you.
Yes. And we're here for you. And it's not just, I'm not just,
we're not just saying.
Exactly. But recently we have a friend, and I'm not going to name a name, but we have a friend that has felt like they don't deserve love, and they don't deserve this, and they don't deserve that. And it's like, no, you deserve love. You deserve every good thing that's happening in your life. And Carmen and I know this, and this person has no idea that this is actual thing. So just going alongside that, why I joined real estate was because I wanted to be able to help people. My passion has always been with people, and I feel like my personality, and my spirituality, and my ultimate goal in life is to inspire and just assist and help people end up where they want to end up and be financially successful. So that's why I joined real estate, because I can kind of do all those three things in one. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I truly agree, because I feel like if I'm a person who I'm indecisive by nature. And I think and whenever I need to make a solid decision, I need to meditate on it the night before. I need to draw my cards. I really need to. And I am a manifesting queen. I am speaking everything, and I do the work. I don't mean that I'm just saying it to say it because it sounds cute. No, I have my guides. I have my cards. I have crystals. I have my jars. I write it. I say it. I soak in it. I bathe in it. Like, this is what we do. Her and I, when I say we spiritually connected, we are actively manifesting every part of our lives. We're not just saying it. We are actively doing the work.
Yeah. So I think that we should explain what manifestation is and what goes along with it.
Yes. Explain.
Oh, you can. You're better at it. You go ahead, girl.
So when you are manifesting is not only just saying, because as of lately, you hear people saying, girl, manifest it, or that's right, sis, you can manifest anything you want. And people are thinking, like, by saying that you manifesting, or you're saying you're speaking it to an existence. Manifesting is the work. And if you're spiritually you have to be spiritually okay. So not meaning like you're not going through things, because we all go through things. We all have the ebbs and flows in life. everyone's going to go through the ebbs and flows. You're going to have days when you're up, you're going to have days when you're down. And if you
Mhm.
don't, you're some sort of superhuman, and I commend you. I want to be you when I grow up.
Right?
I want to be
I
you
want
when
to
I
wear
grow
that
up.
cape.
Yes, please send that to me. So, but when you are manifesting spiritually, you are one with yourself. You are self-aware. You know your weaknesses. You know your strengths. You know what you can and cannot do for others, and that's
Mhm.
financially, spiritually, mentally. You know how you can be of help or assistance for to others and to yourself. So, one, you have to be awake within yourself. And then on top of that, you have to be able to be in tune with your breath, with the, and I know this sounds weird, but to be able to be in a different realm. And that's being able to meditate clearly, to be able
Mhm.
to set clear intentions, to be able to not allow external forces to inflict themselves in your thoughts and in your process. And that takes work, and that's a journey.
I
But
agree.
when you're able to become one with yourself and recognize who you are, you're able to manifest things. And that's become like being aligned. You're in alignment with yourself and with your purpose. And
Mhm.
so when you are in alignment with yourself, now you can align yourself with your purpose. This is what I want. I want to
Mhm.
do this. How do I get there? And not everyone is into crystals and sage and everything. Some people may just be writers. But me, I use my sage to cleanse and clear my aura, my presence, my home. I use my Palo Santo to bring in those blessings. I'm constantly writing, lighting candles, giving thanks,
Mhm.
being grateful, grounding myself, writing what I want, seeing what I want, using my crystals, using my time and my sage and my pink salt, and just making sure I'm bathing and I'm thinking and I'm aligning myself with the moon and being, that's what we mean by manifesting. Because when you are clear and you're in alignment with your purpose and you're actively doing the work, everything that is for you, and you're not chasing it, you're attracting it. Because it's something
Mhm.
as simple as 5 minutes out of your day taking time to meditate. I meditate for longer than 5 minutes, but taking some time to be clear, thoughtful, and setting clear intentions of where you want to go in life.
Yeah. And I will say I've tried meditating many times and I just get really tired. So for the people that can't meditate,
Mm-hmm.
such as myself, I wish that I could meditate and relax, and I've heard it is very beneficial. For the
It
people
is.
that can't meditate, basically in simple terms, you write out something, right? You say,
Mm.
I manifest success. I manifest strength. I manifest being, feeling beautiful.
Or you can say I am or I will, because those are powerful words.
Exactly. So just by saying it, your mind, you have to train your mind that your mind is agreeing with that.
Mm-hmm.
You are successful.
Mm-hmm.
You are strong. You are beautiful. You are smart. You have to tell yourself those things. And then go from there is when the hard work comes. Because either it's like, I'm beautiful, then you have to continually tell yourself, okay? And then, the I am successful. Well, you have to get successful to
And you have to put in the
be.
work. You can't just say I'm
Hmm.
successful and go sit on the couch and watch the whole season of You, and then find a new show and no shoot. No, you have to get up and do the work. You got to actively put in the work.
Exactly. I literally stopped watching Squid Games because I was like, nope. I said my I said my manifestation is success, and I will finish Squid Games once the time comes. But
Please finish
I
it, by the way.
I have to succeed and be where I want to be in order to finish that. So, but
Mm.
it's true. You not only manifest things, you manifest things by saying it, really thinking you're going to do it, and then actually do it. It's not just a I'm going to say I'm going to win $1 million. No,
No.
you have to work towards that. So I agree with you on that point.
So again, like you said, alignment. You need to be aligned. And you
Mhm.
can set goals for yourself. Set rewards. So Brittany's reward is, after I do A, B, and C, my reward is Squid Games. And you got to set those rewards. Like for me, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
certain things that I have to do. So my reward for myself, because I love wineries, after I will pass my core competencies exams, the next day I am going to Napa with a friend and I am going to do a wine tasting, because that's my reward for putting in the work that I needed to
Mm-hmm.
pass those core competency exams.
I do have to shout out my life coach because she is
Ooh.
amazing. And one thing that she has taught me that I think is really important for people to know.
Mhm.
Her name is Julie. She's been amazing. She actually helped me. I don't think she realizes it, but she helped me move on from a job that I kept calling a crutch that I love. I loved that job. Don't get me wrong. It really helped me to be where I'm at. You have to appreciate where you were to appreciate where you're at, right? So I don't have anything bad to say about my past. All I have to say is that Julie from Becoming Heard, you can find her on Instagram. She's amazing. She helped me
What's her Instagram handle, just in case people need to reach out to her?
I believe it is Becoming Heard.
Okay, Becoming Heard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That is her literal, yeah, it's Becoming Heard. Her name is Julie Stoles. It says she's a personal coach, but she's
Okay.
amazing. She's also very spiritual, and I went through 2 or 3 other life coaches before I found her, where I felt like, okay, I'm investing my money in someone that I know is going to help me in the long run.
Mm.
She helped me realize, okay, you say a sentence, but you use the word but, right? Like, I want to get a pedicure, but I don't have enough money. Okay. Well, remove the but. I want to get a pedicure, period. Okay. So you remove the but, you get a pedicure. Done deal. You don't have money for it? Well, you make the money for it. She helped me eliminate the but in sentences. Do you know how much stress she has removed from my life by just helping me remove the but in my life?
I
It
believe it.
sounds funny, but if you think about it, when you're
Oh,
saying
you used it.
I know.
I'm messing with you, guys.
I'm still a work in progress.
I'm
When
messing
you
with
when you think about it, when you say a sentence, you always have something to say at the end, right? Okay, I want to go to the gym today, but I'm tired. Okay, you remove the but and you put the period. I want to go to the gym today, period. Okay, go to the gym. You're tired? Well, that's going to be a thing that you deal with every day. So
Yes.
it's the positives and the negatives when you say a sentence, and it's removing the but from sentences is going to remove so much stress. And I will say, I'm a person that overthinks. I'm a fire sign. I am constantly overthinking my decisions every day. So if I will leave you with anything that my life coach has taught me, is removing the but from sentences or the excuses.
See, I need that. I really need that. Because I find myself, even though I am in alignment with my purpose, I find myself sometimes adding that but, especially when it comes to things outside of my current, like I used to work out regularly, and now that I'm focusing on my exams, I find the excuse to not work out. Say I want to work out today, but if I work out, it takes away from the time I need to study.
But see, I use the word
See?
but. Then there's also priorities that she has taught me. So it's like when you remove time from something, or when you add time to something, you're removing time from something else. So it's like either you remove the but and you work out and you make that time, or you just make time to prioritize your exam.
Yep.
And you remove the gym until you're ready.
And that's what I'm doing. And that that moves into this. Because people say, I don't know when to rent. I don't know when. I know why I rent, right? Because I don't know where I'm going to settle and where I'm going to be stable in one situation. But I would like to buy as far as an investment property.
Yeah,
So,
and that makes total sense. I would never pressure anyone to buy just to buy. Like, obviously this is my job and this is how I make my money and this is my why is my son. So it's like anytime I get frustrated or whatever, I always think about my son, and it's like, no, I'm doing this for my son. I have to remember that. But anyways, because my clients, I kind of tend to favor their needs over my own, which
Okay.
when they hire me, my fiduciary duty is to them. In simple terms, fiduciary duty is just to act in the best interest of his or her interest. So what I mean by that is I tend to just go, okay, they're not ready yet, and then it's like I'm not bringing income in, but they actually have financial benefits by buying now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm kind of navigating my life right now, is like, I need to be more, I need to educate my clients more on why they should buy now and where they're buying, because you never know when you're going to be able to move. If
Exactly.
the bank is telling you you can afford a home now,
Do
and
it.
you're going to build appreciation, which I mentioned is like a forced savings. And if you were to sell, you're going to be able to get a lot of that money back anyways. Why not buy now? And especially on the Central Coast. And like I've mentioned, I'm from the Central Coast. I haven't traveled anywhere else, but I do know from a lot of people I talk to that the Central Coast is very desirable. It's like you're either going to buy a home or a condo or whatever meets your needs now, or you're going to buy something, in the future. But it's like interest rates are increasing and they're going to continue to increase. They are still historically low, which is
Mhm.
good for buyers. But the house prices, it's just so competitive out there. And I don't want to, you know, all the buyers out there to think that, okay, then why even compete? It's like, no, there's strategic ways to make your offer be more appealing. And with this new company and the agents that I work with, there's just so many new things that I'm learning, and it's just so amazing on how many different things you can do to make your offer more appealing.
And so, like, I do. So, with that being said, like, when should someone rent versus buying? Like, when do you know? Like, okay, and I know you say if the bank says okay, but like, what advice do you give your clients when they're saying like, well, when should I rent versus buying? Because you have people who are looking to you for a rental property as well, like just to rent, not rental property, meaning like, oh, I just need a place to rent. Do you ever have those type of people?
I do. So I just sold one of my good friends, Carlos, a planned urban development, which is very similar to like a condo or apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to start investing in properties. And I said, well, the first step is the pre-approval. You got to make sure you know how much you can afford. That's number one. Number two is finding the best property. Luckily for me at the time, I had a pocket listing. So what a pocket listing is a property that is going to be listed for sale, but that hasn't been listed for sale, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the insight of, this property is going to be listed, but you have the first opportunity to look at it and make an offer, which is such an advantage over other buyers because it's not competitive. You make an offer and it's very simple terms and you get it or you don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for him at the time, he wanted to start investing in properties to use as, rental properties and get income over time. Well, he wanted to also move out of his house. So the thing that I recommended to him is this property that we're going to be listing for sale on South McClellan. He said he was interested. So it may seem confusing, but it's not. So when I was working for Walker and Associates, I was the agent for this, and my broker was, so the broker is a person that's taken their license to become a broker. So a real estate agent is a realtor, and a real estate agent are pretty much the same thing. The only difference is a realtor has to be a National Association of Realtors member, which I am.
Okay.
So I'm like a realtor. So it's a step above a real estate agent, right? So in
So
order,
the broker is a step above, but basically the same.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And they've taken an exam to become a broker. So, but for a real estate agent or a realtor, you have to work under a broker to do real estate.
Ah.
Yes. So when I worked for my broker at the time, we had a pocket listing, which was this property on South McClellan that I offered my client at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He got in, he got the deal, we got it done. He's currently in the renovation process. He's living there, but he's going to live there for about 2 years, and then he can use it as an investment. And then eventually over time, he can either do one of two things. He can use it as a rental property, which, as you know, rent increases over time, which is going to give him income, which will help him if he wants to purchase another home and use that as a primary residence. And then he can continue this other property as a rental, as an investment. Does that make sense? So you're getting income over time.
Okay.
Or he can, sell it because he got it at a good price and he's renovating it, so the value has increased, and he can sell it and put it, the equity and that money that he spent on his renovations, to put into his other house.
Now,
Anyways,
can people, you said equity, so can people use the equity from their home that they purchased and use that as, like, turn that to a rental property and use the equity to put a down payment on a new property?
yes, but you have to have established equity. So if you buy your house last year, so basically equity is what the difference between how much your house was bought for and how much you've paid off. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you bought your house last year and you're trying to sell it this year, you're not going to get that much equity.
Exactly.
You might get more money because the homes have valued more and people are willing to put in more money to get their offer accepted. However, I mean, it's like a case-by-case situation. It depends on, so that's why I always sit down with my clients in the beginning and I ask what is important to them. First, I ask why they're buying, because I find that very important. And then two, I ask them, what's your biggest concern about the home buying process? Because I want to be very informed on what their biggest concern is, because that can make or break the home transaction.
Okay.
And then I want to know, like, their long-term goals, because some people just want their forever home and they're done.
Yeah.
Done like that. And then there's some people that want their, like, I just want to invest and I just want multiple properties. So it's a case-by-case situation. So that's why I find very important to sit down with people to have a conversation on, like, okay, let's talk. Like, okay, what do you like? I want to know everything about that person. And I know that sounds weird as a real estate agent.
It doesn't. And the reason why I'm saying that, I didn't mean to cut you off. The reason why it doesn't, right, is because in order to give a person a service or to provide a person a service, you need to know exactly what their intentions are. And if you don't get to know them, you don't know what their true intentions are, and how can you give them the quality service?
Exactly. So that's why I can't exactly answer when is a great time to buy, because say a person wants to buy now, they want to buy a forever home, but their financials are telling them something different. They need to work towards the down payment. But that's why I help them find out what they want, when they want it, and I assist them with it. Okay, you want a home, your forever home, but you need help with down payment. Then I talk to the lender. What can we do? So I like to say I'm like a problem solver, because I find out what they want. I help them with solutions. I suggest things, and then we get it to that point. So everyone is on like a case-to-case basis. You can't Some people are ready now, but they're not financially ready. But I think that that's like with anything. It's like with kids. Like people ask, okay, well, when is a great time to have kids? It's like there's never a great time. It just depends on your life. Like, and I think you should have kids the youngest as possible.
Exactly. Let me tell you. Guys, y'all know I'm 36. I'm probably going to have my first child when I'm 40, which is okay because I have a lot of cousins who had their children at 40. So I'm going to be that old mom, and I'm okay with that. I'm all
There's
right.
nothing wrong with that.
Do you have dry and dull skin? Well, we have the solution for you. With Indira Skincare's facial oils, you can strengthen your skin's barrier to trap moisture and hydrate your skin to reveal a beautiful and natural glow. And when I say glow, honey, I mean glow. Also, there's the vibrating pink jade face roller that is used to stimulate facial oil absorption while reducing fine lines and wrinkles with an extension to depuff and reduce dark circles under your eyes. Endura Skincare is not only here to reveal your natural glow, we are here to help our community. As you know, I lost my best friend Maciel due to domestic violence back in April, which inspired me to help women in similar situations through a nonprofit organization, Her Justice. Her Justice stands with women living in poverty in New York City by recruiting and mentoring volunteer lawyers to provide free legal help to address issues such as individual and systemic legal barriers. Unlike Maciel, their clients, about 80% of them, whom are survivors of intimate partner violence, have urgent legal needs in the areas of family, matrimonial, and immigration law. By engaging in advocacy, partnering with community-based organizations, and leveraging the pro bono power, Her Justice is working to close that gap to access to justice, particularly for survivors of intimate partner violence and gender-based violence. Now, Maciel loved the Rose formula and used it daily on her face and her body, okay? Proceeds from the purchase of the Rose formula will go to Her Justice to help fight injustices placed against women. With every purchase of the Rose formula, you will be supporting women who are struggling in so many ways. This is my way from Masi to give back in spirit. So I want you to go to enduraskincare.com to make your purchase today. And you also can find out more information about how you can support Her Justice.
And you made like all valid points and all the information you're giving us, guys. This is why I really feel like that's why you ended up with the last name Wise. Well, I know you're married, but she is so wise. And guys, this is a two-parter. So even though we're saying goodbye for now, it's just for now because next week you're going to hear more information on when and when not to buy, wise choices, making wise choices in the realty world. So, one, I want to thank Brittany for joining us today, and she will be joining us again next week. So, Brittany, please tell the people where to find you again.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, or if you want to contact me directly, you can message Carmen. But it is realtor.brittnywise, and I'm pretty easy to find.
And she will be tagged in the post on Instagram, guys, so you will have her information directly.
There you
And
go.
don't forget that tomorrow is Tequila Tuesdays on Instagram Live. I
Oh,
want you
I
to bring
started
your
early.
tequila. Yes, hey, I have my wine right now, guys. But on Tuesdays, I want you to bring your tequila, preferably Casamigos. I mean, if you must do the Pat Ron or whatever, you can. But come join me and my friends for some hot topics, hot tea, and laughter. And don't forget to share Where Did I Put My Glasses with your family and friends Click follow or subscribe on your preferred podcasting platforms to stay updated on the latest episodes. And give me 5 stars, guys, because you know you want to. Also, go to wheredidiputmyglasses.com for information on me, the latest episodes, and to make suggestions for future shows, and to sign up to be on our email list. To interact with me directly, go to Instagram or Facebook at Where Did I Put My Glasses for your thoughts, questions, or comments on today's episode. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Bye.